Pathmonk is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmonk qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathmonk to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us on pathmonk.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Marguerite from YorCMO, CMO over there with them. How are you doing today, Marguerite?
I am doing well. Thank you, Ernesto.
It's great to have you on today's episode. And well, I'm sure our listeners are tuning in, wondering what YorCMO is all about. So let's kick it off with that. In your own words, can you tell us a little bit more?
Sure. We are a fractional marketing strategy company. We help business owners develop marketing strategies and plans, and we help them align their sales and marketing efforts.
Okay, we're great to hear that. And so that way our listeners could get a good understanding of your company. What would you say is a key problem that you solve for clients, Margaret?
Well, we solve a number of marketing-related challenges. So we have clients that come to us to say, hey, I'm expanding my offerings. What is the go-to-market strategy that I should take? We have other clients that come to us and say, hey, we are rebranding and entering a new space. How do we retain the best of the old brand as we launch the new name and a new brand? Other clients come to us because they are seeking a new round of funding and need to attain certain results. Others come to us because the marketing activities are no longer effective, so they want us to help with diagnosing the issues. And then we have a lot of clients that have marketing managers in place, maybe a couple or three or so, but don't have a leader. So what they are looking for is, we need a strategy and we need a leader to coach and mentor, my team. So we get that quite a bit. And then others just want to basically get more consistent and more predictable marketing results.
Okay, great to hear that. And so then what would you say is there a vertical, a segment? Is there an ideal ICP for you guys?
Yes, we do have an ideal ICP. It is companies with 50 plus employees, around 5 to 50 million in revenue based in the US and Canada. And we have fractional chief marketing officers with experience and expertise across a broad range of industries. So we can serve customers in the tech industry, in consumer packaged goods, manufacturing, finance industry, franchising as well. So we basically span all the industries except marketing agency.
Oh, okay, great to hear that. So then, for example, talking about the tech industries, how does someone typically find out about YorCMO? Or what would you say is a top client acquisition channel for you guys?
Okay. And this is a good question because it's very different from my tech marketing days, where we do a lot of paid advertising and stuff like that, and webinars and stuff. This is a very different business I found last year. And our best performing, highest quality channel is actually referrals, followed by organic search. So we actually focus a lot of our time on networking with other fractional companies. So fractional sales, fractional finance, fractional operations. And we also network with a lot of agencies. So we are not an agency. We don't provide, design and creative and marketing and things like that. But we work with a lot of agencies that do. And they refer business to us and vice versa. So referral channel is definitely the best. We do a lot of networking as a result of that, and then organic search.
Definitely, that's always important as well. And for our listeners, you could always check them out at YorCMO. But what role would the website play for your client acquisition, Margaret?
So our website helps clients understand who we are, what we do, what we offer. We talk about our proven process on the site. We also have a lot of free content. We have blogs. We share customer success stories or what we do with our clients. We have papers and, around the benefits of fractional marketing, for example. We have ebooks, and we recently, produced an AI ebook. And we are actually undergoing a website update right now. So, there's always room for improvement. We're working on messaging and design updates.
Definitely awesome. Great to hear that. And so our listeners could get a little bit pick your brain a little bit. Is there any tools or tips or methods that you would recommend to our listeners as far as some lead generation?
Yeah. So to me, content and user experience are key components of our website. And so we like to be as succinct as possible. My whole philosophy is don't write a book. I mean, it's very tempting to share everything that you do. But it is, nobody has the attention span online. So the copy needs to be succinct. And then communicate what's in it for your customers. What are they getting when they engage you or if they engage you? And try as much as possible to remove the jargon. I learned this from my tech marketing days. And, it's so tempting to always talk about your product and to use acronyms and jargon that a lot of our customers don't understand. So try and remove that jargon. And then removing friction is also important. Don't make people hunt for information on your site. Give it to them. And don't put obstacles in the way, like unnecessary forms that are too long and a challenge to complete. And then share content. I mean, gate some of it because obviously everyone needs to drive leads, but share a lot of other content and don't, make it difficult to learn, for people to learn. And always showcase customer success stories because people want to know how you have helped others. And then I'm always a proponent of more white space and less clutter.
Definitely. I think the less there is, the less people get distracted. So would agree with you on there. But thank you so much for that, Marguerite. But let's switch gears a little bit and talk about you as a leader. You being the CMO there for your CMO, what are some key tasks to focus on your day-to-day work?
Oh, I look at our pipeline and how we're converting, where the source of leads coming from, how are we converting on those leads? And then within the pipeline, we look at, leads to intro calls conversion, the intro calls to discovery conversion, the discovery to proposal conversion, and then proposals to contracts. So that's something I look at. And then I do look at obviously our marketing programs, our referral program, content. Are we producing enough and a variety of content in different formats? I look at our SEO metrics and our website. And then I spend a lot of time also networking outside the company. So I mentioned referral channel is a strong one for us. So I do spend time networking and chatting with other fractional leaders as well as agencies. And I'm quite selective in the cold calls that I take, but I do some of that if agencies reach out to me. And then I focus time on quarterly and long-term planning as well and budget management.
Sounds like you got a full plate on your hands. So I'm great that you're able to manage it all. So kudos to you, Margaret. With a lot of experience, I'm sure you know how to handle everything already in an orderly fashion. So great to hear that from you.
Thank you.
So, but let's jump into our next section then, Margaret, and it's our rapid fire question round. So are you ready for them?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Great. Well, first off, Margaret, what is the last book that you read?
Oh, so one of my passions is ice hockey. I've been a fan for a very long time. So I recently read the book called Business the NHL Way, Lessons from the Fastest Game on Ice. So the book I bought, actually, interestingly enough, at a hockey event, at a Seattle Kraken event. I think it was last season. And essentially the book draws on hockey-inspired stories to show how brands and companies associated with the NHL have survived a variety of challenges. And the most recent one, obviously, is COVID, which all of us went through. And then the book explores business-related scenarios such as branding, communications, marketing from the position of the sport of hockey. And it links the lessons back to business leadership, diversity in management.
Oh, interesting read. I think that's the first time I hear a book like that. So definitely great stuff from you. Great read there.
Yeah.
For listeners, check it out there. Well, next up is, what is one single thing that your company is focused on at the moment the most?
We are definitely expanding our referral and networking efforts because we know it works. We have to get better at it. And, we are marketers, right? We are not sales people. And sales, my finding is that sales leaders network very easily. I mean, this is what they do, is in the DNA. Marketers are a little bit different, and it's not really in our DNA and not in everyone's DNA. So honing the skills, coaching CMOs on, how to network and leverage the referral channel is something that we focus on a lot.
Okay, great to hear that from you, Marguerite. And well, if there would be no boundaries in technology, what would be that one thing that you want to have fixed for your role as a marketer today?
Oh, end-to-end tracking of a lead source and being able to know every single touch point for complete and accurate attribution. We have a lot of tools out there. I know a lot of vendors that offer lead attribution. I've used a lot as well in my past marketing, roles. But there is no one tool that gives you complete accuracy. And obviously, whatever tool you pick, you also decide and influence the attribution, right? Based on whether you want to attribute 20% of the first touch or 30% of the last touch or whatever the case may be. So, and especially in a cookieless world that's happening, being able to track a lead, from source one to the end is something that I would love to be able to do.
Definitely some great stuff there from you. Definitely someone listening out there. Yeah, there's an idea, right? So great. Now, if there is one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
Oh, a tool that can automatically take care of my inbox. That tool that can be like me, an AI, bot that has my filtering ability and can take care of my inbox, delete the emails, delete the spam, respond to my emails intelligently and accurately in my voice, and just deal with my inbox. It's such a big source of pain for me.
Definitely. I think that's one of the most common ones. Everybody's looking for something like that. So if anybody's listening out there, need something like that, because your inbox can get a little bit painful after maybe a day off. You come back and it gets crazy. So definitely.
Yeah. I used to get about 275 emails a day in some of the tech companies that I worked at. And you go on a week's vacation and you have over 1,000 emails, and you literally spend 2 or 3 days just getting your inbox in order.
Definitely. So whoever's listening, come up with something, right? Something that could, like what Margaret mentioned, respond to your own self, right? So, yep. And well, lastly, Margaret, you have a lot of experience already, but what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
I have thought a lot about this from a, work life, self-care, all of that good stuff perspective. And I think Gen Zs are doing it right. They have a very balanced approach to their careers, to their personal lives. They make time for passions and concerns like environmental concerns or, diversity concerns, whatever that may be. If I were to redo it, I would tell my younger self to have a more balanced approach. I in my early career, I did not have work-life balance. I had a lot of work in my life, but not a lot of balance.
Definitely. All right. Some great advice for our listeners there. I do totally agree with that. Well, Margaret, thanks a lot for being on the show with us today. I do want to give you the last word. If someone forgets everything about the interview today, what is that one thing they should remember about your CMO?
We are a marketing strategy company, and we can help you develop strategies and plans. If you are struggling with a marketing program or a lack of a strategy, we are here to help. Just come chat with us.
Definitely. You guys heard, you could check them always out at YorCMO.com. Margaret, thank you so much for being on with us today in today's episode. To our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in and looking forward to our next episode at Path Monk Presents. Thanks a lot, Margaret.
Thank you, Ernesto, for having me.